DHG here, this is Far Cry 2. I've already done a full playthrough of this game, I'm just recapping on it because I think it's such a good game that it deserves a recap. Since I've got more subscribers now, and I'm always trying to bring good games to light for a newer audience, Far Cry 2 is definitely deserving, considering the last Far Cry offering, Far Cry 6. Oh my god, did that installation suck so much dick, it is unreal. Alright, what I'm going to be showing in this episode is the arms dealer missions. I only have to do one of them since they're all the same thing. And then I'm going to be going over to the radio tower, picking up an assassination mission, and then I'm going to finish up with one of the main quests for one of the two shithead factions you get to work for. If you missed the introduction video, Far Cry 2 excels at what it set out to do, which is create a very bleak, desperate, just a damning world on top of a beautiful backdrop that is Africa. It's got a lot of gameplay systems at its core that's designed to kind of irritate the player a little bit, make them uneasy, such as on PC doesn't really have this, but on console, the save points were crucial. You always had to stop at safe houses, stuff like that, where you had to be very careful about what you did. You had to make sure that your people were rescue ready. I mean, there was a whole lot that went into this game, and it was so good as a result. It wasn't perfect. It had some problems.
Welcome, friend. Just the sort of
But
businessman I need.
my god, it's still the best Far Cry game out there. Okay, I can already see it coming in the comments. What about Far Cry 3? Voss was such a good antagonist. Yeah, I agree. Totally agree. Voss was a great antagonist. Did you forget about the second half of that game? What was that guy's name? Does anyone even remember? Who controlled that second half of the island? The Uber boss? Hoyt? Whatever his name was. Yeah, no one cared about him. So, yeah, half of Far Cry 3 was great. This entire game is great. Half of Far Cry 3 was good.
I love a businessman with vision.
I personally think Far Cry 4 was better than Far Cry 3. Pogon Min was such a better boss. Now, if you took Voss by himself, I thought Voss he was a good boss, but he was a little over the top. I mean, that was the whole thing for Far Cry 2. Insanity. Yeah, we get it. He's nuts. And they tried that with Far Cry 4 also, but they made Pogon Min a little bit more, let's just say, relatable for being a psychopath. Voss was kind of relatable. Yep, I got my loadout for whatever comes my way. Oh shit, it's right there. Holy hell. No ambush needed. Wow, that is a rarity. That never happens. I'm out here bullshitting. I walk right outside the door and whoop, there's the convoy. I only noticed that just because of that big truck in the middle. Okay. that never ever happens. Where are you at? Let me make sure you're dead. What are you shooting at? Alright, well that was probably the easiest convoy I'll ever tackle. And as I was screwing around the other day playing this, I realized that when you're at full health, you can't die from standing on your own IEDs. Where's that sucker? Come here. Yeah. It'll damage you, but it won't kill you, so that's why I threw it right in front of me. Let's go in here and get some more stuff. Is there any more morphine? No! It showed the weapons that'll pop up next time I get one of those arms dealer missions, which isn't going to happen until the second map. I've got everything available to me right now. I haven't bought it yet, obviously. I've just got my little armory here. This was something else I liked about Far Cry 2. When you're going to pick out your weapons, you actually walk into a building that's like your own little personal armory. You don't walk up to this weird-looking footlocker that somehow dispenses a bunch of weapons like in Borderlands. In Borderlands it made sense because nothing in that game made sense, but Far Cry? Really? I guess they didn't want to build one of these for the map. I'll never stop oozing over Far Cry 2. Such a good game. Okay, now the next place I'm going to be heading to here, I might not even have to edit it this much, is going to be directly to my right. That thing that kind of looks like a satellite dish. I'm going to go there. I'm going to get spoken to by a very weird person over my burner phone. And then I'm going to go kill someone. I hear a vehicle around. Where is it? There should be a checkpoint right up here. Yes, I'm using mods for this game. Not many. I think I've only got one mod running that adjusts a couple things. And I'm using my own custom control scheme for Steam, which I will highlight. Just like I highlighted in my last playthrough. It's still on there. Just look for my name, DHG. You'll have a very gamepad-friendly layout. Normally, when it comes to sensitivity, like looking around like this, you know, normal speed. When playing on console, when you look down your sights, it normally halves that, half sensitivity. I had to figure out a way to do that. It's called mode shift. It used to have a different name, but then Valve changed it. Thanks, Valve. It took me like 2 hours to figure out what you called it now. The atmosphere and the aesthetic in this game is just second to none. I mean, the other games look great graphically, but they just don't have the same aesthetic this one does. I don't think he's dead yet! Was that excessive force? Ah! There's no such thing. The musical score in this game is just brilliant. There's only a few games that I've ever heard that had musical scores so good that they got stuck in my head when I wasn't playing. This is one of them. And like I said, the whole game's about desperation, giving you a desperate feel like you're all alone in this wilderness, because pretty much you are. You'll find out that even your buddies here, at some point, they're not really your buddies. Everyone is a shithead, including you. You're all just a bunch of asshole mercenaries doing shit. Immoral, very immoral, unethical shit for money. These kind of civil wars break out in these countries. It's just like a magnet for all the scumbags on Earth. Have a words here.
Listen very carefully. There's an available target opportunity. Proceed to the objective marked on your map. Terminate the target. Standard payment in rough guidance will be transferred to your account on completion.
And I would have to say the thing I admire the most about this game is just how based it is. Like, they didn't pull something straight out of fiction like the other Far Cry games did. Like, what if it's a hypothetical situation where, you know, some dumb Californian backpack hikers, whatever, blah blah blah. No. The type of shit that happens in this video game, this is what happens in real life world conflicts. Civil wars erupt that are usually egged on by intelligence agencies from foreign countries. Got arms dealers in there supplying them. Dog eat dog world. Absolute collapse of morality. This nation, they've hinted at it several times, it's just being plundered for resources. Ultimately, it shows that whoever's controlling the different factions in intelligence agencies, probably, I do believe that you meet one of the agents at one point, I'm not sure. But they're controlling both sides. And I mean, it's... if they wanted to make a somewhat accurate game about these real-world conflicts that go on, not just in Africa, but also in Asia, lots of countries, the Middle East, Far Cry 2's it. Which kind of makes me wonder if that's the reason why this Far Cry is not really available from Ubisoft anymore. I mean, if you can get it on PC, but if you're on console and you look up some of the older games, Far Cry 2 is kind of hard to get. As far as I know, you can't buy it. You have to get the physical copy and play it on one of the old consoles, but if you want to play Far Cry 3 or 4, you can do it through PlayStation Store, or perhaps Xbox Games Pass maybe, or you can buy it, just flat out buy it. Far Cry 2, no. Of course, there was that other game that came out right around the same time as this that was also set in Africa and accused of racism ad nauseum. That sounds something like Schmesident Meevil. Funf. Which actually had no racism whatsoever, but do the people making these accusations of racism ever make sense? I mean, who did they think Chris Redfield was gonna be shooting in Africa? A bunch of Asians? Maybe some Hispanics? A bunch of white people? He's in fucking Africa. He's gonna be shooting Africans. They're black. There's nothing racist about it. Why Chris Redfield? Why didn't they just create like a new black character? Well, they did. What was her name? Shiva? Yeah, her. She was a great character, too. I liked her. Then they also created Josh and a few other supporting characters, but Chris Redfield was the main guy. Why? Because he's the vet. He's an OG from the original game. I mean, Jill Valentine was also in it, too. And Wesker and all them. God, the dog whistle. Racism! Racism! I'd be willing to bet that's one of the reasons why Far Cry 2 is harder to get a hold of than the other Far Cry games. Let's see where this guy is at. Oh, he's up there. Okay. Sniper rifle might not come in handy here unless I can get on one of these buildings. I kind of thought that this was the town that had the big clock tower in it. Not a clock tower. It kind of looks like a clock tower, but I don't think there's an actual clock on it. I don't even know if that's on this map or the southern one. Let's see if I could see. That looks like him. Oh yeah, that's him. He's got a suit. Looks like he's got a Makarov on his right side. Sporting a 9x18mm, are we? Did I just tear a Murky out me? Something else I like about this game. Walk up to the Mercs, start giving them shit.
Hey, how about you keep it just you walk a straight line?
Yeah, what?
The fuck, man?
Yeah. Back up. Up, and they're coming over. Like, is there a problem?
Back down now.
Yep, they're about ready to open fire. Normally, the AI will come and surround you.
Come back anytime, Mary. I'll miss you.
Okay. Let me find a way out here, because as soon as I open up, they're going to open up on me. Can I get on one of these tables? Maybe up on here? Scheisskopf. Ah! Can I get a beat on him from here? Where'd he go? Ah, damn it. Okay, guy, you've been selected. I can barely see those crosshairs. I don't want to miss this shot. Time to move. This is a ceasefire zone. Alright, let's make sure they can't pursue me very far. They're not going to go into the fire. And in case they do, I've got IEDs, bitch. Improvised intercourse devices. Because I'm ready to fuck you if you follow me. It just looks so beautiful when everything's burning. I'm a bit of a pyromaniac. Hey, one of my IEDs went off. Not supposed to do that shit until I press the button. Alright, there we go. It should say at some point that I've lost the attackers. Yeah, character's got malaria. You can only sprint for so long before you get real lightheaded and you're about to pass out. Occasionally you do pass out, but it's scripted moments throughout the game. Wonder if it's safe to go back in town now. Or if I should just head down to Mike's bar. It looks like it's good. Something that's kind of funny, those IEDs. I've been playing this game since it came out. I mean, like, I pre-ordered it. I love this game. I was such a big fan of the original Far Cry. Well, not Far Cry. Instincts. I like Far Cry Instincts. I had a Xbox. I wasn't really gaming on PC yet, other than stuff like Red Alert 2, Diablo 2. Far Cry would have destroyed my rig. Yeah, I pre-ordered this shit. Loved it. Been playing it since. I just discovered 2 days ago, since I tried recording yesterday, and the game just shut off. Quit recording, lost the recording. But I just discovered 2 days ago that you can lay multiple IEDs down. And if you happen to find like an explosive cache, you can put like 12 IEDs on the ground and just set them all off at once. It's fucking great. Okay, now. Oh, I don't have a choice. Normally you have a choice if you want to work with the UFLL, which is on the direction I'm pointing at, or behind me with the, I believe they're called the APL. I believe the UFFL or UFLL is a communist faction. APL, I'm not exactly sure what their game is. Ultimately, both of them are just power-hungry dictators. That ideology is just a nice window dressing for them.
Wait. Right. Hand over the hardware.
Gotta hand over your weapons when you go in. They're not very big on the Second Amendment. What the hell are you talking about? Second Amendment? This is Africa. Shut up. Yeah.
Consider this serious problem. It would be easy for people to assume that I ordered this attack.
Look what you've got. Jesus, that is the highest quality.
If the people think I brought in this special forces team, then they will say Gagumba is rich, taking their money and hiding it in secret bank accounts. Gagumba is buying entire armies as easy as food off a shelf.
I wish you were rich. Then we would have some old boy great stuff. Damn, look at that gun. I wonder if the Jackal can get us that.
I usually like to listen to the conversations before I go in. Gives you a better idea of what's going on.
Another soldier for hire. What is a going rate for mercenaries these days?
And as you see, you got the local leader, and then you've got the foreigner.
How you get across?
Most likely an intelligence asset.
These days.
Tell him.
There's a special forces outfit in area, just gun for hire guys, but they are armed to the teeth. They are paid to parachute in and grab someone.
He doesn't need to know who.
It's okay if he knows. They're here for a big shot from the APR, but if they take our enemy, we got nobody to fight.
Just get to the point.
The SF team is set up in good position in the desert, 2 kilometers to southeast. Kakumba here doesn't want anybody to think he planned secret rendition, would make him look bad.
Enough, please. All you have to do is to find this man and destroy their vehicles.
The gear in their vehicles, radios, water, canteens, ammo, all the gear they dropped in.
This is our struggle. Africa is for Africans. We do not need outside involvement. I expect you to stop this man. Job is yours.
You're talking to an outsider.
Standby point is in southern desert. Find the team and destroy their gear. Then they are nice and screwed. Payments here.
Did you pick up on one of the first things they said? If they pick up the guy from the APR, they'll have no one to fight. They want the war to continue.
Don't forget, this is secret mission, so you fellow guys don't know you. Don't expect any help out there.
And considering what he just said, that you're not going to get any help from the faction when you're out in the field, just further adds to the loneliness and desperation of this game. Where you're literally isolated and all by yourself. And one of my buddies is giving me a call.
Ring-a-ding-ding, it's Clyde. I'm a mile east of town, safe house by the pond. Meet me there.
They give you a secondary mission if you wish to complete it. As far as I know, all the... Let's see where the secondary mission's at. Both of them, really. Oh, it's right by the, weapons dealer. Okay, so I don't have to go back down to Mike's bar. But if you do complete the secondary mission, it raises your reputation. It doesn't really have that much of an effect on the game. But the mercenaries, the more of these secondary missions you complete, plus the buddy missions later on, raises your reputation. They fear the shit out of you. You walk into town, they're automatically saying, you know, they don't want any problems. They're backing up from you. They know exactly who you are. It's taken straight out of RPGs. I mean, it's Reputation 101 from any given RPG you play. And from this point, I think I'll just cut forward to when I get to the safe house that my buddy's at. Alright, I'm approaching this first area. See what my buddy has to say about how he wants to alter the mission. I don't need a vehicle. I've got feet. These boots are made for walking. Meh. Meh. The goat just headbutts the barrel out of the way. That goat is the goat.
Hey, sup?
Sup?
What do you know? What do you say? So these special forces guys are coming in, right? I got a plan. You know that villa? There's this little guy in there. He's working with the SF guys, radioing codes over the shortwave. I was thinking you could go pay him a visit, convince him to give those guys the wrong directions. Send them straight to the Shady Town. I mean, you're supposed to hit them in the desert, right? Screw that. No cover out there. You're better off hitting them close quarters. Besides, I'll be there to help you. Me and a bunch of yahoos from the APR.
So he's working with the APR.
Soldiers, I mean. They're on the payroll for this NGO. Their mission is to snatch and grab this guy who's been stealing medical aid. That guy's me. And get this, I've been selling this shit to the APR. And now they're gonna help me take out the posse, so I can keep stealing gear and selling it to them at 100% markup. My plan is good, unless the APR figures out that I'm the guy that's been stealing their gear and reselling it to them. If they put it together, I might need your help, like immediately.
Like I said, everybody you work with in this game is a shithead.
Make them send the soldiers to the shanty.
Okay, let's fast forward till 9 a.m. And save the game because I don't know if it's going to crash again. And we got a grenade launcher here, but it's in such poor condition, I'm not even going to bother with it. I might get 2 shots out of that thing before it falls apart. And I want to head straight south here. Pick up some new gurns. Oh yeah, I got money. Let's see if I got enough for the item I want. $30. Oh yeah. That Dragunov is mine. I would love to have one of them in real life too. Dart rifle. It's kind of like a silent sniper rifle. Let's see what kind of upgrades we got here. Yeah, those are up. Definitely worth getting. Carry more ammo, shit like that. Let's go pick up my Dragunov, because here's a sniper rifle I've been using. Nothing wrong with it. It's just that you can't make fast follow-up shots, because you have to exit the scope, cycle the bolt. Get back to it, yeah? Alright, now, what kind of a mission am I going to partake in here? I don't think I'm going to be blowing lots of shit up. So I don't need IEDs. I am going to see if the silencer works, though. Grab another PKM. And, oh, look at that beauty. God, I want one of them. I love the AK platform. I love the AK platform. It's so easy to take apart and clean. I like the AR too. AR is very versatile. But, man, you just cannot overstate how simple AKs are. And they're so reliable. Alright, I'm just gonna edit to where I get to that private property. Okay, I'm here. I made kind of a lot of noise getting here, but hopefully I can sneak in. It would seem to me that the patch that I downloaded for this game, along with the other things, seem to improve your stealth capabilities on the console, Xbox 360, PS3, it doesn't matter. Stealth isn't really a thing. The AI in this game was just way too smart for it. They knew where you were as soon as you killed somebody. Even if you did it with a machete, they just automatically knew where you were. But in this one, it seems that the patch fixed that. If you all remind me to tell you exactly which patch I used and which mods, I will gladly put it in a comment. But you're gonna have to remind me.
You got a live on.
Don't think that alerted anyone. Okay, yeah, they're shooting.
Big shot.
That may or may not have alerted these guys up here. Oh, there's Diamond nearby. Right over here. Oh, I see it. Give me that beautiful son bitch. 3? Oh, that was a good one. Their value varies. It's either worth 1, 2, 3. Nope. A little gunfight down there. A little firefight did not alert these guys. Let's see what we got up here. Okay, they know I'm here. see where the hell they're shooting from. There's so much shrubbery. This gun's really hard to control. Kaboom! This is nice cover. Screw concealment when you got cover like this. Right between the eyes. Sounds like we got injured laying around. The enemies will go into a down but not out state. He's in one right now. They'll shoot at you if you go by them sometimes. Apparently he just gave up the fight. Is he shooting now? Yep. Execute him. There's another one. Oh, yep, there he is. War crimes abound. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't know if war crimes apply to mercenaries. It might be that the Geneva Convention applies only to national armies. Mercenaries ain't that. And good luck holding a private military company accountable. Okay, let me get up here. I know there's a diamond on top of these. One. Better than nothing. Barely. I'm just gonna go Jason Voorhees on anyone that's in here. You want some meat? There's my man.
We can work this out, whatever it is. Okay, okay.
Want a close shave? Yeah, that's right. Read it.
Bravo Papa Mike, this is Charlie 2-4. Do you read?
We copy, go ahead.
Stand by for coordinates.
I'd be willing to guess this guy's a spook. Or he's working for Spooks. Sorry. No witnesses. And the game doesn't penalize you for that at all. Why? Because it's a dark, dark, horrible world. And they did an excellent job at portraying that.
All systems go. The SF team is headed for the Shady Town now. See you there.
Okay, now I know they got some supplies here. Pick up some of that shit. This Makarov really sucks. I mean, they're not very powerful rounds to begin with. They're somewhat on par with the 380 ACP. But then again, Russia, when they created that round, wasn't really looking for a real heavy hitter, if you know what I mean. To given the history of the types of rounds they used during World War II and how often they were used, what kind of situations. They did a in-depth analysis, and what they came up with was Makarov work. They didn't expect the sidearms to ever really be used. Or at least that's what their analysis concluded. It was good enough, just like the T-34 is good enough. They did have a relatively powerful cartridge available to them in World War II. It was the 7.62 by, I think it was 25 or 26. The Toar Rev, or yeah, Toar Rev round. I'm gonna head down to the Shady Town here while I'm bullshitting. But if you want an idea of what that 7.62 by... Actually, I'm just gonna look that up. Hold on a second here. I would rather be factually correct. .62 by 25. Yeah, I think that's what I said originally. But the 7.62 by 25 Toar Rev round was roughly equivalent to what the 357 SIG does today. They're extremely comparable in more than one way. And the one gun that the Russians used, which unfortunately you don't get in this game, but it would be really freaking cool if you could. The PPSH, or as some of the Russians called it, the Papasha. That gun had a, I think it was like an 81 or an 82 round drum. Fired about 880 rounds per minute. And when fired from the barrel length that the PPSH had, which I'm not positive about it, but I think it was about 12 inches, that increased velocity from that round gave it probably about 700 to 800 foot-pounds of energy at the muzzle. That's significant. I mean, that was a really, really good gun. It's still being used today. Okay, now let's try to creep in here. There, rocket launcher guy. And another guy. They just kind of fell over. I don't know what happened to them. There's no sniper up here. He's like... he heard that snap. Oh, shit. Shooting at me. Oh, let's see if he goes over to the wounded. The AI will do that. They will go to help out their buddies that are lying on the ground wounded. Wound 1. Nope. Wound 1 so you can kill 2. Well, this rocket launcher's here. Might as well shoot whatever. 1 round? Alright. Where am I gonna put it? Right there. Why? I don't know. Oh, just heard the splat come from his head. I got some wounded lying around. Are they the special forces guys? Yeah, they look like it. Alright, where'd that guy go? Oh, I see him. He just says, yo. Alright, apparently the Special Forces are American. He's wounded. Oh, I always wanted to be a doctor. Practicing my field craft out in the field. Came to the shanty town, shot it up. I can't resist. Burn it all. Where'd that fly off to? Over there? I set off the explosive stockpile. I'll take some ammo. Okay, where are these? Okay, there's their stuff. That's all their supplies. Or wait, are these the Special Forces guys? I don't know, but this stuff's going kablooey. It's all their gear.
Think we got a problem. When you hit those guys, they have their shit loaded on the same truck as the meds. I think the APR is about to get after me. Hurry up and get over here.
Oh, I gotta go save his ass. Okay, so that answers something I was speaking about earlier. I was saying that I don't really know what doing these side missions does other than upgrade your reputation. No, that's the buddy missions. Apparently, if you do these optional missions tacked onto the main missions, it upgrades your safe house, which comes in extremely handy later on. Where is he at? Oh, he's down here. I could probably run there quicker than how long it's going to take me to find a vehicle. Yeah, having a fully upgraded safe house is nice. But I think it resets when you go to the new area, the second map. And he's down here. If he survives, I would be a little bit surprised since this area is like always catches on fire. Okay, who's shooting who here? Okay, there's a merc. Making some friends there, Warren Clyde. Oh, the technicals are rolling in. Alright, where's he lying around at? He's about dead. Oh, right in the middle of the road. Did he get run over? And here you can choose to kill him, help him, or whatever you want. Your buddy is seriously wounded and in need of medical attention. If you have Surrettes, you can attempt to heal him by pressing, I don't know what that is on the gamepad. If you do not want to waste your medicine and prefer not to abandon this buddy, switch to your sidearm and end his suffering. Or you could just leave them there, you know. Give it to him. The buddy system was really cool in this game. Because there were times where I wasn't stocked up on a mission, or let's just say I was stocked up on a mission, and shit kind of hit the fan, and I ended up using all my medicine. Then there's my buddy lying out in the middle of a field bleeding out, and I'm like, oh shit, I really don't have anything to give him. Pull out the pistol. Okay, well that concludes this video. I will add more later on.